Hello everyone, good evening and Radhe Radhe. So in this video I am going to demonstrate how we can integrate our Spring Boot application with Vault and MongoDB. So basically Vault is a secret management application. We can store all the key and value related secrets, and our application will read those secrets from the Vault server. So basically it's a production recommended way. So we will just integrate all those things. I will create a Vault server, I will create a MongoDB server. I will show you how to connect MongoDB server with the MongoDB client, that is Mongo Compass. And then in the Spring Boot application I will quickly integrate these two things and some API, so that we can see whether the data is stored and all the secrets should be read from the Vault server. So let me start, and you should have the at least Java 17 version and the Docker installed on your machine. Fine. So let me quickly show you command R and Java version and Docker version. So yeah, this should be installed, and you should set this into the path variable, so this command will be available into the terminal. Fine. So first let's get the Vault server from this image. So I already ran this command, so I'm not running again, but you should run this command to get the image available. Now let me run this command. So what it will do, it will create a container, and using this command, using this image, it will create a container, and internal port 8200, external port for us 8200. So let me run this. -d, it will run in the detached mode. So if we do docker ps, it will show the containers. So this got started, and here also you can see it got it is started and it is running 8200. Fine. Now let me go to this container, and we can see the logs in the container. Fine. So here you will see the endpoint and the token. So to create the secret, let me open browser and go to the 8200, and it will ask for the token. Get the token from this container logs, login, and then create a secret. So I'm going to create a secret here. Key, let me give the demo.name and any secret, vault data secret add, and here I'm using a different name, Mongo. Let's say mongo.host, and I'm typing localhost. So that's it. I will add secret again after some time when we do the we will create the Mongo things. So for time being that should be okay. And I'm writing section 1, just application name I'm typing, so that we should follow the naming convention and all. So that is it. So this got created. Now we can also run the Vault command and create this secret and receive and read this secret. So for that we need to go to this execc docker command inside the Docker container. So, and here we need to just execute this. So I'm just basically exporting the Vault address. Now I'm doing the Vault login. So if for Vault login we need the token. So let me copy the token, and here just the login. So here doing the login. So login success. Now we need to execute this command. So here secret, I will attach this so I'm not so why I'm doing this, because our secret available in this path. So here we have a secret, and then section 1, and section 1 we have this secret. So the same secret we are going to read via this word command. So here you see we got the data, demo name and Mongo host, local host. So this is the way we can insert data, but for this demo purpose I preferred this way. So we saw both the way to create the secret and receive the secret. Now so our this part is done, basically till here done. Now let me create the Mongo server. So for the Mongo server, same thing, we need to pull the image and we need to execute this command. So let me execute this command again. This is the detached mode. So when we see the docker ps, so this new Mongo container is up and running, and so docker gave the default name of the container. We can also provide the name and all. Okay, so this is running in this port. Fine. We can also see here in the containers, we see this Mongo is also running. Now we need to connect, just ignore this. Now we need to connect to the with the Mongo client, that is Compass. So let me open this Mongo Compass. Okay, now we need to create a connection. So this let me quickly delete this and add new connection. So here you see this is the local host 27017, and the name Mongo Compass local, or simple MongoDB client, and let's say blue and connect. So we got this this connection between this client and server, Mongo server. Later I will create a collection, database name and the collection. Now let me just quickly, we'll come back later in this Mongo things. Now let me create a Spring Boot application, and first let's read these two values. First let's read these two values, then we'll add couple of configuration related to Mongo and all. So let me open this Spring Initializer, and here let me create a package, section 1 3 2 10 package, and section 1, and here just Spring Boot Vault Mongo. That's the basic thing, Java 17, and I'm just going to add the Vault related configuration, Spring Cloud Vault and web, so that I can create one controller. Later I will add the Mongo related configuration dependencies. So let me hit, so that should be okay, Java 11, and this, let me hit generate and quickly go to this download folder, creating one folder, Spring Mongo Vault. Let me cut this, paste, extract all, section 1. Okay, let me open this project into IntelliJ. Okay, so this is open, go to downloads, there's the downloads here, and we have created Spring Mongo Vault section 1. So that is okay, trust, fine. Okay, so we created, now the goal is to first read the data from the Vault server. So for that, what we need to do, we need to create the connection between a Spring Boot application and Word server. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add that connection detail in this property. Let me quickly copy paste. So this is the detail. So let me copy. Now fetch the token information from the container. So this is the container, and here we have the token detail. You need to copy your token information. So here this is done. So now our Spring Boot application knows about the Word server. So that is fine. Now here let me create one package, that is config inside, and one more package, that is controller. So in the config, I'm creating one class vault demo, or simple words data vault data config, and I'm creating, so what we have here in the vault, we have the demo.name and mongo.host. So why I have created different name, so that you can aware that any number of configuration we can create with any prefix. So here we need to tell Spring that this is the configuration, and this configuration is basically going to read the property that start with the demo, and here we need to create the private string name. Okay, so this is fine. Let me alt insert and generate the getter and setter. So our configuration is ready. So now in the controller, okay, vault data controller. So here what we need to do, we need to just simply rest controller request mapping, we start with the API, and we need to auto wire. You can also add the Lombok dependency and just save some time if you want, but for this demo project that would be okay. So private, now we are injecting this vault data config, so that vault data config and some endpoint, so that we can see the demo data or some word secret. Now public string get word data and return word data config dot get name. So that is the endpoint. We made the connection. We added this web dependency so that I can create the controller and word config, nothing else. So these two dependency we created, and then this connection for the word server and this config to read the data from the word server. So let me run quickly. Fine. So this is started word secret. So go to this localhost 8080 API and word secret. So you see word data secret we receive, and if you remember in here we have mentioned demo name, so that is the word data secret. So this is done. Now how we can quickly connect with the database. So we already started the Mongo image container, and in here we have created just a connection with the Mongo server. Now let me add some more property related to this Mongo server. So here we can do new. Let me add the JSON things so that I can quickly create the property. And here, so Mongo host, port, and database. So port, what is the port number? So port number we are running here just 27017, and the database name, let me just give the application name. So that is our host, port, and database property. And let me hit save. Let's quickly verify. Go to this what container exec. We already logged in, so get secret. So we received this database, host, and port. Fine. So our this configuration also ready now. Let me stop this server, and in the Spring Boot property, let me add this Mongo related information. So like Spring Boot should know about the board server, similarly Spring Boot should know about the MongoDB server. So for that we need to create the URL. So local system, this should be the host. So you see here I have created the Mongo database, Mongo host, and Mongo port. So similarly in this sequence I just added this information so that it should be read from the word server. And yeah, and in the production you will get here the username and password, but here in this demo that is not required. And now we need to quickly create the one document and model and repo and service. So let me create a package, model, and one more package, service, and one more package, repo. Okay, so here model, Java class, user. So that is the, let me just quickly copy. This should be document. And okay, so when we do this, you see this is not resolved because we don't have the Mongo dependency. So for that, let me quickly go to Spring Initializer and add the Mongo related dependency. So this should be Spring Data MongoDB. Go to Explore, copy this dependency, Spring Data MongoDB, and go to pom.xml after this web, and just do the Maven refresh. Now go here, so this should be available. Fine. So this is the collection. So inside this collection, inside our database, we are going to create database and one collection, and inside this collection all the users will be saved. Now let me just add this ID name age. So that is fine. Okay. So simply this ID name and age. Let me create the getter and setter, alt and insert this shortcut, and okay. So our this model is ready. Now go to this repo, create new interface, that should be user repository right here. Okay, that is, now we should extend the Mongo repository and provide in the generic we need to provide the which document you are going to save and what is the type of the primary key. That's it. Now create a service. So user service, in the user service it's market service and just auto repository. Now public user save user data, and it will accept. You can create DTU and all, but here should be okay. Now return user repository dot save and entity. So that service is ready. Now go to the controller. You can create more controller here, but I am using this. Now post mapping, and here it will accept in the request body. What it will accept? It will accept the user information. Okay, I'm so sorry. Here create user and public user and create user, and this will accept the request body JSON format user. When you add that web dependency, so along with that Jackson dependency will be added, and that will convert our JSON to user object, and also that is taken care by this Spring Boot that is taken care by this dependency. So now go to this controller and return. Let's use this service. Okay, we need to auto private user service. So that is auto return user service dot save user data and user, whatever we are going to pass. So this will persist. Okay, so what I was saying, in the controller we have added this dependencies. So what Spring Boot will do, it will read this dependency, and accordingly it will enable what and all is required, what we should in load. So that will be taken care based on this dependencies only. So anyway, that's the integration video. So that is fine. Now I think we are good. Our containers, both container is running, and okay, one more thing is pending. We need to create the this collection and the database name. So what database I have given in the vault is this database name. So let me copy this database name, go to this Mongo Compass, here click create database, provide the database name and the collection name. So collection name what we have given, so in the model class I have given this vault users, so same I need to provide here, collection name, and fine. So our database is created. Now let's start. We should be good. Let's start the application. So it will connect to the vault server. It will connect to the vault server, read these properties from the vault server, and make and make this uh, Mongo database server available for this Spring Boot. That's why everything is okay. Now, when you read this, I think, what is the word secret? This will work as it is, fine. Now we have a post mapping, create user. So user accept ID, name and age. ID no need to provide because Mongo Spring Data MongoDB will take care, that will generate the ID. It's a primary key. So let me go to postman, and here first user sent. So API, so we got the response. Now let's go to this section 1 what user. See, this got created. Let me add one more user, second user, and go to database and the second user. So this is how we can integrate our application, and we can read the secret. So nowhere we have added the secret related to database, and database will hold the data. If someone will just some junior developer will get the password of the production environment server, they can some delete operation or something. That's not the case, but just you're already aware that how data is important right now. So that's what this integration is really important, and we need to take care that our data privacy in the application. So that's it. Yeah, that's it. I will attach this code into Git repo, and I will also just attach this step, so you can also just set up on your local and test it. That's it. I'm planning to create more videos related to Google Cloud certification. So yeah, I will once the videos are ready, I will update. Thank you so much. Radhe Radhe. Bye bye.